Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Well, tonight we have with us a designer, Sue Sandilands. Sue, what kind of things do you design?
Printed fabrics.
Say that again?
Printed fabrics.
Well, have you got any samples?
Yes, you're sitting on them.
Oh, sorry about that. I see, yeah. Now, what's your favourite kind of design? What do you do most of the time in terms of designing?
I like doing florals and botanical greenhouses and things like that.
Greenhouses?
And these are based on oriental carpets.
Oh, are they? Actually, I noticed in our audience we have some Orientals in. Hello, Orientals. Anyway, you mentioned botanical, which I find very interesting because I happen to be a botanical type of person. You couldn't do one sort of with a potted plant in it or something?
Palms, yes, I've got just the thing.
You've got some?
Yes.
I shall place my orders
Right.
after the show. Well, actually, I must say that shows like this tend to make me feel a bit ancient. You know, when you think that the first guest was 15 and my next guest is only 18. She's Australian and she comes from Australia. And she's been singing professionally, though, since she was 12. And last year she had a record at the top of the charts there for 7 consecutive weeks. And she's going to sing for us tonight a record that she just recently recorded in London. Ladies and gentlemen, Debra Byrne.
It happens every time I look into your eyes. I can almost see into your heart. Oh, how can I explain when time and time again it starts? It only happens when I look at you. It only happens when I look at you.
Wonder if you know the things I'm going through. Can't you see my life depends on you? Get stronger every day. Believe me when I say it's true. It only happens when I look at you. It only happens when I look at you.
It only happens when I look at you.
It only happens
When I look at you. If you know the way I feel about you now, wonder if you feel the same way too.
No matter what you say, I'll get to you someday. It's true.
It only happens when I look at you. It only happens when I look at you.
Now it only happens. You know it only happens if I look at you. Now it only happens. You know it only happens if I look at you. Thank you, Devin. Well, now, you probably noticed in that last song the use of a rather lovely picture. And it just so happens we have the painters with us, Boyd and Evans. Now, who is which, or what?
I'm Boyd.
And I'm Evans.
Well, now, listen, I know that you're a married couple, of course, and I also know that painters tend to sort of work solo. So, I mean, how does the kind of partnership thing work out?
We started as an experiment, and as time went by, we found that it gets less and less possible. We have 2 children now, and so nowadays we just take time and time, about 3 weeks each, one working, the other being a housewife.
Babysitting.
Babysitting, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is there anything specific that I should see in that picture? I mean, is there any special meaning?
I suppose in the end the meaning's in the viewer's head, but I could tell you something about what it means to us, or
yes,
not
please.
what it means to us, some of the things that interest us.
Yeah.
Well, if you think of it as a frozen story, this is the particular moment we've chosen, and the hands across the face, all of a sudden. It's sort of hiding the face, we'll never see that. There's also the slight doubt about whether the cyclist's going to get wet if the water's really this deep. And the other's the graphic interest for us of these black dots, which is, after all they are, but because they're in the sky, they represent birds, and because they're on the water, they represent a reflection. It also suggests the water. And after that, it's just a picture of space.
Well, now, one other thing. I mean, is that a scene that you actually saw? I mean, did that actually happen in front of your eyes, and then you decided to paint it?
Well, we work from photographs all the time, and this is in fact a composition of a couple of photographs which we felt had some meaning to each other.
Well, I think putting them together works. It looks lovely. So, I mean, is there a place we can come and see your pictures?
Yes, at the Angela Flowers Gallery in Soho.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming along. Well, now, thank you.